Uh, how many of you here know Tenkara rod or have one? Have one first. How many of you fishing with a Tenkara rod? One. How do you like it? Hate it? Put your hand up. All right. So I'm going to give a very quick presentation today. It's basically it's how you started, and but mostly it's about myself, of course. And my name is Luong Tam, and I am a rod maker too, and I have been fly fishing since the 90s. And then my background is I'm an engineer, and somehow initially it was curiosity get into this called the Tenkara fishing, and I got a chance to take the class with the one Japanese Tenkara master, and I upset it up and start making my own rod and put on Facebook and spread around, and here I am, all right? So my day job now, my full-time job right now is making the rod and also promote the fishing method that I have been developed, combining between my fly fishing background and then also a Japanese Tenkara master named named Masami Sakakibara, and he's the world #1 in terms of Tenkara fishing. So this video right here, the difference between a lot of people when we're coming from his background fly fishing, we have the line on the water. With this situation with the water, you can see the water going moving this way, water moving that way, and the water. So get a different current between from here and of course to the fish. Of course, you all know the fish always on the other side of the bank behind the rock. Is that right? But now with the fly fishing rod, the line of water, we have to do a lot of managing the line. Does it make any sense to you? And this one you don't have to manage that. So I get demoted from a line manager, manage all the line of water, and I get demoted to become just a fly fisher. Okay? And this fly fishing is all about is to control the fly onto the water. So we don't catch the fly up high, but we try to get fly on the water as much as we can. So you don't see I do any fall catches. One catch, one shot out. So that's the thing, the fish on the water, you really want the line on the water. Alright? So that is all about this technique is to get advantage of that you don't have the line on the water. And now here's in Utah. And you also can catch the fish on the other side of the water. Same thing, the line never touching water, but also you can change your hand too. Do you see he switch your hand, he casts with the right hand, and now he hold it with the left hand. Sometimes that's one thing that we cannot do with a fly rod. Very easy to do. Just cast like that. How easy it is. The line never do any fall cast, and the line straight never touch the water. You see that? Simple way to do that. So when we're talking about line, I want to go very quickly. As fly fishermen, is unlike fly fishing, the Tenkara fishermen or me, the fishing is the way is the line is very important. The line is what determines the techniques and also you are fishing, and then also the line is you understand about lines in different situations. You use the line for your advantage. So different line get a different purpose to use. So in here, basically, there are two types of line. The one called the temple line. Now, we all fly fishermen, we know about temple line, is that right? For those of you who don't know temple line, raise your hand so you can explain about temple line. All right? The same thing with the temple line is a PVC line, and it's one end thicker, and another one is just smaller. The thicker is connected to the rod, and then the narrow end connected to the line. So, the problem with the temple line is the line didn't heavy, but the advantage of temple line is easy to cast. It's heavy, you can deal with the gravity. So you pull the line and then go back. Another one called the level line. So you can do it's a very high level line, and it can go straight, and the diameter is very, very small. The problem with that is very difficult to see. And to demonstrate that, and I would like to show you. Oh, I go too fast. Okay. So before we do that, we need to understand. Now, when we do, like for those of you who like to do like trifle line or net trip, and if the current fish over another side of the current, before we stay here, we'll scoop all the fish. So fish on the other side of the current. So if you want the line move along the edge of the current, with a level line it's easier to move because it can less affected by the gravity. But with a taper line, the fly will track will go from point A to point B. It turn back in here because the gravity pull the line short and pull the fish. And sometimes, or most of the time, fish don't fly, the fly go track the current. It depends on the technique you use. All right. When the cut is hard, it's fine. When the cut is hard, it's a very effective way to get the line trapped on the fly trap on the current. Or people who like to do the swing, and then that's fine. All right. Now, and sometimes you go into the river when most of fly fishermen would like to do the river with very smooth moving water, and fish always hide under covers. All right. Because fish don't have sunglasses. You go under the cover, shade, and with this taper line, it's a very effective way to catch the fish a little bit farther out, and the water move consistent. And you can put the indicator on, very easy to cast and go like that. Does it make any sense to you? You can sneak that long. Depends on your technique. With the level line, very fine, you don't see this thing. It's hidden behind here, so we'll show it to you later. Now, on the second thing, if you go into the water, moving pretty consistent because the run, and this thing up in the mountain, and also same thing, you sneak the fly deep into the bushes, and also the water is not very deep, but it runs pretty much consistent speed, so that's also good. So all you have to do is just point your rod directly to where the fly is, and that's it. You can put that trip over here. Once again, easy to see, easy to cast with. Now this thing, when the current of the water are a little bit different. You see the water over here is a little bit slow, and you get very strong current up here. And then you get over here almost not moving at all because the eddy on the other side. Let's see how it goes. So this technique, you want the line don't get affected by the current of the water. All right. In this situation, you want to use the level line, very fine level line to cast the fish over here. Can you see the line? No, that's the problem with the level line. It's hard to see, all right? Because it's so light. Especially when, like me, the longer I live, my eyes getting kind of funny. So, harder to see. So now when I zoom close in, now you see the line. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's about like 9 seconds hanging over here. Was that long enough for the fish to make up their mind? Yeah, that's the effective way to use the level line. So any question about line? Now the level, yes. This one called eddy. So fish love to be there. As a matter of fact, fish facing that way, not this way up. Over here, fish facing this way for the water moving. When they go to here, turn around. Fish love to hang around this side over here. They're facing
against
when we
the
look
water.
Over here facing downstream, but because the water, when they go back, it go a lot slower speed. And fish get time to make a decision to catch that bug. So if you go over there too fast to go to them, you have to spend a lot of energy. That's only for the younger fish. The bigger fish are lazy. They just looking opposite direction. All right, because it's move slower. Now also on this technique, sometimes when you catch the fish are right here. All right, the fish very lazy, you have them right here. So what you do is you catch the fly right onto here, you drop down, you trick a little bit, and you feel like some kind of terrestrial grasshopper or somebody hitting down here, going down. That's where the fish love it. Right here. This section right here or right here. I don't know, but that's where I catch most of the fish. Right? So now for those of you who are not familiar, that is a fly pattern. This thing. Well, people Japan call kubari, we basically fly. But it's very effective fly. As a matter of fact, the fly that we designed for fly rod is Paco go another way because we have so much engineering mind. We designed for aerodynamic. And this one, so I took this fly and then also the soft Paco man the fly going back like this. And last year I took it to the the Owen River. When the water is low, the section after the small stream, the water is clear, it goes very, very slow. So I drop this thing in and I see what fly the best. And because the Tenkara rod, you get a line directly connected to the tip of the rod. So when you chick a little bit down the water like this, it's a lot up there. Because the longer the rod, you chick a little bit. And this fly moving slower. And the one that designed for aerodynamic moving fast. And somehow you scoop the fish that way. The fish doesn't care, they just move on the side. Just like us. We eat chicken, we eat bird. But how do you watch on YouTube the chicken chase human? We come with us very aggressive, we run away, is that right? Yeah, we don't mess around with it. Only when you come close at night, we pet you and we take you to the kitchen. But the one that run fast to us, we run away. Same thing with the fish. It doesn't matter how small the fly is, come directly to the fish, they move on the side. It's just safety reason. You just move on the side. So you want to move, that thing, why that thing affected it because it moves slower speed. That's one way of thinking about it. I watch it by my eyes. So, and fish doesn't care what fly it is. It's just come in and they are taking the fly for a number of reasons. The first thing small fish will take for curiosity. You know, we all know cats eat mouse, alright? But hey, they like to play with that too. We throw them everything, they play with it. So, curiosity, the smaller fish. When the big cat don't play with anything, they just sleep all day, alright? So, same thing with the big fish, they're not going to catch those curiosity. So if you catch the smaller fish, that means the curiosity. And the second one is protecting their territories. So you throw that fly onto the food channel and the big fish will chase it. You move it out that channel, they turn around. So they feed inland about like 2 feet maximum. They go probably about like 18 inches, something you off that tangle. They forget they're not going to chase that anymore, they move right back. That's based on my experience. They get that guy tricked into their little mayfly hatch and they trick it. And the big fish go in their roast, they nose it, and then they follow it. They tweak the second, the third time they're gone. They go back to their land and they eat it. So they get smarter, they cast it out, tweaks, go up, tick a little bit shorter, and then they open his mouth and they grab it. And then when you get a fish. Alright? So the second one is because they protect the territory, they're attacking it, they're chasing this thing away and they take it. Alright? The third one is maybe they're hungry, and then they eat it. Everything you throw them, they eat it. Same thing with us. We're hungry. Hey, I don't care what I have left in the refrigerator. Alright? I don't like pizza, but I eat cold pizza. Alright? Same thing with the fish. Alright? For those of you, for the dry fly, the best thing that you want to do is this kind of fly. That's the beauty about Tenkara fishing. You can feed this thing, soft hackle, and dry fly. Would you believe it? I give you some demonstration. We know we can fish that on the soft hackle, but when we soak into the water, we raise the fly up. Isn't that fun? Because the line is short, you can straighten up the line. Now you look, it's easy, right? Did you know how many times I have to stay at home and then practice on my cats? It's a lot of time on that thing. No. So when the fly is getting wet, you get down the water, you raise the water up, so you get a lot of tension. So when you tap a little bit, the fly never get up the water. It just stay on the water. If you do the try cut it sometimes you tip like that, it will flop off the water. And that's fine. That's when the cat is returned. That they hop around the water, you do with a caddis fly. So, but sometimes you hit into the rock, you get that guy dropping down with a heavy fly, you go down and raise the rod up and you tweak just a little bit. Now, on the demonstration, I tap a lot, but the reality, you don't do a lot. You overkill it. You could 1, 2, stop it, and go a little bit. Maybe you can do 1, 2, 3, and then you go down to 1, 2, you go to 3. The reason why when the fly just drop onto the water, it struggle. And then stop, and they struggle again, but you get in weak, and that's when the fish like it. But people love it if you make it dancing on the water, man. So So when I get last few weeks ago, I get a discussion like that with the guy named Ed Rayhart, and he's the master of fishing with manipulate the fly like this because he used colonial day fishing when people get very long rod, and they only have the rod is about like 20 to 24 feet long, and they use the wheel or not, yeah, they use the balls of the willow in very very old day, 200-300 years ago, at a time when the common people is illegal to do fly fishing. So they use horsehair and the line only about like 4 to 5 feet long, and they put on, and then you get the fly on, and then he tap like this thing. So we were talking, and so he showed me the video. I said, "You never catch fish with that fish." He said, "What you mean by that? You see that fish? If you take it?" I said, "Yeah, I know because you watched my video already." He said, "No, because you tap too much. You tap it, leave it alone. Tap it, they take it. So slow. Don't try to do too much. Too much." The fish say, "Okay, I'm interested in that," but then and you see the fish keep following that fly for a long time and wait for that fly stop tapping the fish tail, and he did not stop. So if he stopped that one, he get that fish. The fish, you can see the big trout just following in Pennsylvania, just following the fly. That's really fun though. It's awesome.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So that is. You have any more question on the fly? So you can fish with wet fly, you can fish with dry fly, with just one fly. You don't have to do any of them, right? You don't have to. I know fly shop hate to hear that, but that's okay. I tell you the story about fly shop. Can I get it? So one time it was my friend get laid off. To celebrate his layoff, we go out fishing. What can you do fly fishing? That's only opportunity between 3 weeks. So we took him to, that was in the late September. So we took him to Yellowstone National Park. And we go into the fly shop. And we told the fly shop, he and I just say, okay, we have $20 to go to fly shop, and that's including our breakfast. All right, so you go to fly shop, and we go into fly shop and say, well, we only have $10. Tell us that 3 fly that can catch the fish. All right? Fly shop telling this fly, you do this, and you dry fly, you don't need it, you eat this, all these things. You don't know what. You go to fly shop, you know that. By the time you go out, you got a handful of fly shop. It's $40. It doesn't mean the next day we don't have any lunch. And here's the worst. You only want one fly that catch fish. Here's the worst. After you about to pay, he said, oh, by the way, if nothing is eating, use this. It's Saiwan worm. All right? It's guaranteed, but it's cheating. He said, we're just laughing. We cheat anyway. We cheat the fish in the first place without fly. Now you tell me you cheat again. You know that? The fly that they try basically cheat the fish. All right? And the Saiwan worm, somebody just give me the Saiwan worm in first place. All right? And you tell me that's a cheating. Other fly is not cheating. Would you believe that? I love fly fishing anyway. Fly shop. So anyway, so you know we don't have dinner on that night. We go back to our instant noodle. All right, we promise ourselves, but hey, that's a good thing. So we try to do that. That's cool. So to practice fly casting, the best things about with a 10-cutter rod, you can practice like this. All right. How many of you have kids? How many grandpa want to fish? Want to teach kids how to cast? Grandma want to teach kids how to cast? Raise your hand up. By one. How many daddy want to raise the kid to cast? Are you a caster too? All right. How many husband or wife teach each other to cast? All right. You see the cup over here? You want me? You put that little bit bigger plate out, okay? Put the jar over here. All right. If you have the kid or grandpa have a kid, say we give you $5, but you have to earn that one. You hold on. Every time you get 3 casts, you deduct the dollar from that $5 put into the jar. And then grandpa or father or husband or wife go and you have the same thing. Only 3 casts, and then you have to rotate it. And the second time is your turn. Put $1 in. Now it's $2. You get 3 casts. Whoever hit the target, empty the jar. All right. Grandpa trust me, the next day, your grandson going to call me up. The grandpa go casting. The grandpa will say, you know what? Grandma give me only $5 for allowance. I already lost it yesterday. And remember, the next day kid cast really good because they spent all night long. But the next day, they know they can empty the bank account. Right? That's the best way, quickest way to teach kids, or teach your friend, or have fun with your friend. All right? Now, for husband and wife.
At 2 o'clock, Candace will be on the iOS seminar stage at 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Or the lover or fans, whatever it is, you can do that with your fan for the game. And the difference is the loser and the winner will take the loser out with the money earned to cheer the loser up. Is that right? We do that all the time. Though. It's fun now. We do that a lot when we go to casting contests. All right.
Stage is the Department of Fish and Wildlife and CCA Symposium on the regulations for rockfish.
Sorry. That's fine.
30 by 30 closures will be facing.
So now, after we know all about casting, we want to know about fishing.
Ask some questions and find out about the new regulations and what the Department of Fish and Wildlife is up to.
Fishing.
CCA is
Right.
emceeing that symposium on stage.
Just waiting. So this is small shrimp. It's in a metal, and that's the best way to go fishing. It's last September. The water is very low, it's very clear, it's very difficult to catch the fish from this situation. It looks small shrimp. So here's what you do fishing. That's my style. All right. I like to fish small shrimp because it makes me a better fisherman. Sneak to the fish. Don't walk to the bank because the vibration will spook all the fish. It's a very close range. Hook, got something. Got it. All right, is it easy?
Damn.
No, you don't believe me how easy it is before I just show up, all right? That rod is only about 9 foot long. But that's my style. I like close to the fish. But sometimes when I go to the river, sometimes when I go to the big river and then I fish, I know it's lake. I can fish with the lake too. The nice thing about this type of rod is you can have the phone on one hand. You know you're going to catch the fish while you put the phones out. And now you can look at the fish and smile, take a shot out of it, all right? And then I did not know my friend, and then I discovered he do that, go and show off, I got a fish. Now here's how you land the fish. Grab the line, and always have the fish nose the surface of the water. All right, that's how you control the fish. Why? Because the fish look at you, flip the tail, come to you. If you go deeper, it's more water pressure onto the fish. The bigger the fish, more pressure onto the rod. And it just work harder for you. And the fish went far away, you get a lot of water resistance. You bring the fish in, there's a lot of water resistance. You don't fight the fish the same. And the fish going up with its bladder. It expanded, it's floating up, exhale it, it sink down. That's why you find a little bit of air pushing in and out like that. With the fish get a chance to turn away from you, flip the tail, we go farther out. That means you get more water resistance come to you. And when the water, when it comes deeper, it's more water pressure. So those things you keep it in mind, okay? Yes?
I caught trout, but I always lose them. So you're saying you can't
We don't have reel, we cannot hand reel it. You see me, I use a hand. Hand reel is this type of rod. Hand reel is this type of rod. That's hand reel in the same spot, the same fishing. I give him the boat, let him set the hook, and then I bring in. Hand lining, is that right? Same hand lining. Guess what at the end? Always keep the fish on the surface of the water too. Alright, I try to distract him, okay? Alright, keep landing in. That's big fish, huh? All right. I know you want bigger fish. All right. Keep landing the fish. Now here's the end. All right. He did not use the net, but watch. Watch. What do we get over here? What do we get over here? Now we have to straighten the line out, and then we have to cast it out, and then we mess up again. If you go forward, you step on the line. How many of you fly fishing that did not step on the line? All right, you're not qualified to be a fly fisher. All right. Does it make any sense to you? It's like you never step on your line. Everybody looking at you with dirty looks. All right, you never step on the line. Mean you don't fish enough. Now you want bigger fish, all right? Let's go. How many of you hear the lower Owen water? The lower Owen water. And did you know how fast the lower Owen, where they get 300 cubic feet? You just forget about fishing, all right, for many of us, all right? So one time the water was so fast that I went fishing with Dave Depots who run the fishing shop over there for the Sierra Magnet. So he took out 10 cut a rod and go fishing. 300 cubic fish, same thing, fish on the other side of the bank. The challenge is how to bring the fish over. The rod up straight, the line short, you see that the fish looking at you on the surface of the water, so you cut off the water pressure and also the current of the water. Now the fish flipping it come to you. By the time it comes to you, put right on the net. It goes straight to the net because it never have chance to turn around. So I see a lot of fly fishermen on YouTube. Now they get a wheel the fish in, and then this one is really good for movie, though. Up high, hands down, the fish go away, and then you do all over again until the fish tired. This one, the fish never get chance to get tired. Flip the tail, go straight to the net because it never have chance to turn around. Be sure hold the line so the fish don't have a chance to, because the line is very long. Did you hit it? So you want it close to the line, the fish don't have much chance to go. On top, remember, on the surface of the water, okay? Would that be, so how you land the fish with a 10 cutter rod? That's one way, but what happens when you're on faster water? Now the fish try to go upstream. Do you see I move upstream? No, because I'm stuck in the water, so I move downstream. I always keep the rod straight. So I cut down what? The water pressure. All right, so I don't have to deal with water pressure because the rod's are way up high. Fish very smart. They go up and down. Everywhere it goes, the rod will tell you not to go. The rod does all the work for you. You don't have to worry about it. And then they come direct to you. Get it? The fish will fight. Anytime the fish come close to me, I go back up a little bit. And then the fish very smart. See, watch. The fish go right over the shoreline. They got the less pressure over here. Less pressure over here. And all I have to do is hold the line, wait for the fish in, I block so the fish not going out here. They feel safe because they feel the rocks. They feel safe when they get some kind of hidden. Just scoop the fish up. Is that easy? Easy, huh? Alright. So before we do that, I want to show you a little bit more. We got a lot of movies, so don't worry about that. We got a lot of movies. We can even barbecue too. So we land a bigger fish, all right? I know all of you want to get a bigger fish. That's the sucker, right? Not the fish. All right. So anyway, so when you line up, so then the fish you can control the fish much easier. Right? Does it make any sense to you? Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, so we talk all about landing the big fish. Of course, you can get a bigger fish if you want to go on, but that's now we want to go about fishing techniques. All right. So the reason why we take kind of, and then we'll go for you very complicated fishing, landing the fish. So now why you just hold the rod straight? The first thing that you cut out all the water pressure, and the fish going upstream they feel uncomfortable. Go downstream if feel uncomfortable. Go straight out feel uncomfortable. Come to you. That's it. Don't try to host the fish. As soon as you host the fish react. And when they react, then you react to the fish. And then both will react to each other. Of course, you're stronger than the fish get tired. And that's how to kill the fish quicker that way too. So just don't host the fish. You get the fish come to me, we get a candy, come to me. You know, we get mocha, come to me, we get all these things. The right fish come to you very easy. So let's talk about some fishing from the beginning to the end and see how effective of the way fishing it is. So one of the rod that I developed during the process of developing the rod, I do I drive around the back road from California to Bozeman and come back. And let's see, I just stop. Every time I go, I stop on this little stream, park in my car, I tie the fly on. This thing takes about 4 minutes. See how many fish I catch for me? That's the fly. I catch the same thing in the Owen River, Owen Gorge. Very closely. How many of you fish on the gorge in Bishop? Scenery just similar like that. The only difference is in Owen Gorge we get stinky nettle. You don't have stinky nettle here. And you don't even have poison oak either. So just walk along the Easy? Easy, is that right? All you have to know where the fish are, that's all. They all know my middle name, I'm just kidding. So the technique is that you let the line on the water, because when the line touches the water, guess what? We become line managers, right? We get promoted line manager. You don't want to get that job, right? Manager only sit in the office. They don't do anything, all right? Fish never eat it. So the same thing. Does it make any sense to you? Is it that easy? It's super easy, all right? Just don't complicate it yourself. I know some of you want to be more complicated. You want to see more fishing? You want to see more fishing, or you want to be a little bit more entertainment? Entertaining. Which one you want? Raise your hand up. More fishing? All right. All right. So Thomas over there, he fishing. He got different technique than I have. You see the gentleman sitting here? He's a 3-time champion fisherman. Last year, just last year. That's Tom fishing. Now, Tom fishing techniques is a little bit different. Tom got power with the stream. He go up and down, but you see how Tom fishing, he lower himself, all right? Don't stand up. And so you don't stand up because the fish going to see you. Is that right, Tom? I know. You don't want the fish see you, is that right? Yeah, the reason why Tom didn't want to fish you, he said, I forgot to comb my hair, so he doesn't want fish to see him. All right. So that's when Tom's fishing. But when I'm fishing, the same river, the same little stream river, Tom and I fishing with a different style. Well, I fish most like Tom too, but I just show you a different techniques. Why? One other technique is you fish perpendicular with the stream, with the line don't touch the water. So the grass over here becomes silver, so the fish don't see you as much. Oh, missed one. Got it. So you see that I always keep the rod straight with 2 hands, all right? Keep your eye in the way I hold the rod. Just always straight. I don't do anything. The fish going up and down a little bit. You find a comfort zone. One is surrender. Hold the line. Now you get a nose on the surface water, you control it. All right? So even though I land the fish, I keep myself low key. I don't want to scoop the fish in another place because I know there's good fish in here. All right, that's the fish. All right. Woo. So I was so excited. So I showed this fish to my friend from Alaska. You know what he said to me? He said, "Oh, it's a bait fish." It's just a bait fish. That's what he told me on that one. I'm not going to sell him again. All right. Well, this one's not from Alaska. This one from Mongolia. You want to hear the story about this thing? Oh, this one's an awesome guy. So his name is Matlum. So last time I was in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, and the Department of Fishing and Game commissioner come to me named Eric. He come to me and said, "Oh, 10 cattle rod come to me," and then shake my hand, everything. I got no idea why suddenly like Department Fishing Game have interest in 10 cattle rod and come and shake my hand. And then he told my hand, "Did you know that last trip, recent trip that we got 2 guys carry with 27-foot long 10 cattle rod, all right? The wood 10 cattle rod in America here is made of fixed line fly fishing rod. And so they go out and then they catch the salmon. And I said in Mongolia. So I told him, "Is that in July?" He said, "Yes, in July." So is that 2 guys? He said, "Yes, 2 guys." And Asian? He said, "Yes, Asian guy." I said, "His name is Matlum?" He said, "Yes, how did you know?" He's one of my customers. So they go out and they fish and Matt loves cats and I tell the fisherman guy, you know, Matt feel very embarrassed because he said he catch 11 fish and your guy catch only 5 fish. And the commissioner looked at me and said, what? Did he tell you that? He said, well, you just don't be shy. But anyway, so that's Matt love to do that. Now, sometimes you go on to the river. Well, before we talk that, now when I do fly fishing, people teach me if fish go that way, you pull this way. Is that right? If it's going that way, you pull that way. Does that make any sense? Just like you hold a horseshoe, all right? But that is fly fishing with imagination, right? So what happened to psychology? You know, psychoanalysis, they land fish differently. I'm an engineer, I want to cut down the pressure, I want to cut down the water resistance, but what about the psychologist? It's more fun though. I love it, because everybody come and fly fishing get his own mind. Lower the water line out when you try to fish long, and you break the fish off because you know too much tension between the water and the line. It doesn't allow the water to move the water. All right, so that's what Dr. Robert wanted. He also a fish guy. His day job is a doctor, and he's psychoanalyst. You know, he can read the fish mind. Right. And I will explain to you. So we talk about the questions about how to fish. So he will explain to you about that. When he try to run to low himself, he pull up the fish, the lower point, the lower hand point of the fish, the upper hand pull away from the fish. So you can transfer the energy down to the lower section of the rod. And also you regain the vertical, that means you also cut down the pressure, water pressure onto it. Alright? But what happens, you see that we can lower, the rod's okay. I just feel a little bit nervous, this is my rod, so I feel a little bit nervous.